Hey guys, welcome to Chase After the Right Price. Today's episode is one of the craziest deals that I think I've probably ever gotten, and the way that it happened is the craziest way that a deal has ever happened. So stay tuned to see what that deal is and how it happened. Let's do it.
Chase after the right price.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Yes, I am wearing glasses. And that is because I'm a father and I'm a nerd. So let's just get that behind us. Let's get those comments out of the way. And let's move on to what the actual topic of this video is, and that is Pokemon cards. I bought one of the greatest Pokemon card collections that I've ever seen in the wild, if not the greatest. Insane. And I bought it a couple months ago, and that was before the move, and it was basically, I had to wait until now to break it out because I've just been busy with moving, getting settled in, getting all the game stuff sent out, just getting to all that stuff. But if you guys don't know, Pokemon cards are going crazy right now. So I do have some footage of when I went and bought the Pokemon card collection. I've gone through some of it, but not all of it, and I'm gonna go through all of it now, and you guys are gonna see the potential value, what I paid. But man, if you're not on Pokemon cards right now, get on them, be looking for them in the wild, especially vintage Pokemon cards. They are just skyrocketing. I was looking up cards the other day. Like I have a first edition Hollow Pinsir, and 3 to 6 months ago I looked that card up. It was about $10 to $15. Now it's like 40 to 50, and I think that trend carries over pretty well across all of Pokemon. It's majorly spiked, and it is the time to sell, at least as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, pretty excited. We're gonna go through everything, see what good cards are there. Let's do it. But first, let's roll into the footage of when I bought the cards and went through them a little bit.
So basically how this deal happened, I don't even have the stuff yet, but this was a long time coming. Last May, over a year ago, I went to a garage sale, asked if they had video games, Pokemon cards. They did have Pokemon cards. They bring them out, and I quickly sifted through and was like, holy crap, this is the best Pokemon card collection I have ever seen, probably ever will see. I have got to get this thing. And they said, actually, they're my nephew's, I can't sell them. He was going to go through them, and I would have to have his permission to sell them. And I tried every card in the books, got their number, and wasn't able to get them that day. Texted the next week, still nothing. Texted the next week, still nothing. Texted the next month, still nothing. I texted this lady probably a dozen times throughout 8 months, and she responded and said, nope, still haven't gotten to him. Just never making it happen. Wanted this collection so bad, upped my offer to $300, and I haven't contacted her in at least 6 months. She just texted me out of the blue and said, hey, we still have those. If you want them, come and get them, $300. So that's what's happening. We're gonna go pick them up. I'm so excited. I don't even have any idea what's in this card collection, but the odds of it having really good cards I know are very high. I remember I saw one card in particular that had pretty significant value, and I don't even remember which card it was. I just know the day of I was extremely excited. So we're gonna pick it up, and there's also some Pokemon marbles which are pretty rare. So I'm stoked. Let's go pick them up. Okay guys, it happened. There's the cards. I haven't even shuffled through them at all, but they look exactly as they did last year. Unbelievable. I'm so excited. Hopefully there's some gems, but it is going to be thrilling going through them. So I've got all the cards queued up, ready to go through and see what we can find. I already went through one little bag. I'm going to separate the hollows, rares, and reverse hollows, stack those up. And then this one is really nice from the Southern Islands collection. Reverse hollow Mew, probably like a $30 card. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get all the $10 or more cards, get those sleeved and top loaded, and we're going to shuffle through those at the end. And then all of the hollows, reverse hollows, I may try to sleeve up and get in one binder so we can kind of go through those. But this is going to take a long time because there's a ton of cards in every single sleeve. But I'm excited. So just got a phenomenal find. In the first page, this card was one of the cards that is not even shown in the sleeve. It was in the Ninetales section. That card was on top. This was second, so I couldn't even see it until I pulled it out. It is a hollow from the Expedition set, and we've got solds on it. It's the regular hollow, so there's one in better condition that sold with bids for $52. That one sold for $20, and then the one up top sold for $65. So we'll call it, in this condition, maybe a $40 card. That is amazing. It's got a little crease there, so maybe even $30 card, but still, it wasn't even shown in the front. So I might find more gems that aren't shown on first glance.
Okay, so this brings us to present day, a few months later. So you could see all I was able to get through was like one little tote and then one sleeve of one binder. And this is what we have remaining. So the rest of this binder where I got that Ninetales, and then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 binders. And then there's 1, 2, 3 little holders, plus the Pokemon marbles. And these I think I'll show next because these are beautiful and there's a ton of them. Absolutely incredible. So $300 was the buy cost, just to mention that again. And I'm pretty excited for what the potential value might be after going through these, but it's going to take a while. So I'm going to go through them and separate the good ones, and we'll see how many cards worth $10 or more I find. And I'll also try to separate the nice hollows as well that are maybe a little less than $10. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. I'm excited. Let's get into it. So here's the collection of marbles. Absolutely amazing. I didn't even know these were a thing. So let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Focus on this guy because this is the one you want to see. So there you go, that's Charizard. She's struggling to focus here, but you can see it. And there are a ton more. So you got the top row, then there's this second row that's kind of all full, third row that's mostly full. So probably over 100 of them. And these are actually quite rare when looking them up. So there's some that sell for like $10 or more by themselves. And we've got a ton. Like, I don't know, there's probably, I probably made one for every base set Pokemon. Or, you know, Gen 1. And then there's even some like this is Palkia, I believe. And that's a different type of marble, so they've got some newer ones as well, but still vintage as far as Pokemon goes. Projected value on these, like, this could get the $300 back. I'm not sure. There's not really any collections out there of this magnitude. This could be one of, you know, the country's biggest Pokemon marble collections. Not that that's really a title to hold, but as far as I'm concerned, they're super cool and very nostalgic for me to see all the Pokemon in marbles, which is crazy. So let me know if you know anything about them in the comments, but the value definitely looks strong, and I'm gonna say that it's got to be at least 200 in value right off the start. So I've went through a few of the binders and pulled out some of the nicer cards, and there are a lot of them. So this stack right here, every single one, absolute minimum of $10 value, and many of them are 30, 40, 50, like beautiful stuff. And then here is a bunch of like nice hollows. I mean, that was like Dragon, like, so that might even be $10. There's certain ones in here that are, there's base set, Raichu, Ninetales, all sorts of incredible stuff. So I'm really cherry picking these ones over here in these sleeves. Right there. A beautiful Charizard reverse hollow. The E-Series ones with these lines on the bottom and the sides, those are ones to look for. Unfortunately, this does have a crease. Pretty noticeable crease. Man, if that was in like really good shape, that would be in the hundreds, especially graded. But I'm not sure what it's going for right now, but probably at least $30 or $40 in that condition. You've got a couple base set hollow Blastoise cards. Again, like major crease right down the middle, vertical in that one. But Dark Machamp. Alright, and then there's a nice Magneton hollow vintage. This is a Blissey. It's a different language, and it is a first edition. So the first edition stamp right there, that's what you're looking for. Anything first edition is usually notable, especially if it's a hollow. Foreign language, but still probably, I don't know, at least $40 for that one. I love the older EX cards with the silver borders. These things are beautiful. So there's the Articuno EX, love it. This card I remember having as a kid. Entei, legendary dog, hollow, beautiful card, gotta love it. Then you've got a couple Dark Charizards. They are non-hollows, but still, you know, $15, $20 each. Charizard non-hollow. I wish these were hollow. That makes such a big difference. But that, again, that's from E-Series. Got the little E in the bottom. It's 40 out of 165. Maybe that's the Skyridge set. I know a little bit about Pokemon cards, enough to be dangerous, but I'm certainly not an expert. Latios EX again, and then there's a Kingdra of the same variety. Different sets though. You got an E-Series reverse hollow Aerodactyl. So again, a lot of the E-Series cards are going to be worth good money. But Dark Steelix, beautiful card. Team Rocket, gotta love it. Pichu, hollow. I mean, there is some amazing stuff in here. You got a Dark Vaporeon, Legendary Series. That's one of my favorite sets ever, but that one has a crease. So again, condition is just an issue on a lot of these, and that's usually what's going to happen. Like, I'm waiting for the collection of people that pull them straight out of packs into sleeves, but I don't know if that's out there. A lot of the Gym Leader hollow cards are usually pretty good. Blaine's Moltres, Giovanni's Machamp. So I think all of these are ones that would likely be sold individually. Giovanni's Persian. Again, I don't think any of these are going to be worth grading. Their condition's just not there on most of them. So that affects the value for sure. But there's some beautiful stuff. No doubt about it. And there's Lissaloo. And here's the best card. So there you go.
I didn't realize you were.
So that's a Registeel Gold Star. You can see right there is the Gold Star. If you ever find any cards like that, they're going to be worth big money. And this one is actually in pretty good condition. I still wouldn't consider it gradable. Not that I'm an expert, but it has some wear, some edge wear and stuff. But that's probably at least a $150 to $200 card. Just right there. So that's amazing. And then there's the first two that I found months ago. So I don't even know what the value is just on that small stack, but it is significant and very exciting. And I'm gonna kind of pan through these other ones real quick. So I kind of just went through and picked out the ones from the top of the sleeves that are good. So you got just tons and tons of hollows and rares, and they're pretty much all vintage, so there's going to be a significant amount of value here as well. And it's not really focusing, but just to give you guys an idea, like probably 300 rares, hollows, reverse hollows right there. And then I'm not sure how many $10 or more cards there were, but there's a lot. So the stuff I separated over here, this is pretty much the quick glance stuff. Glossed through the collection, couple hours, but I've still got many more hours of work to do. So I want to get this video out to you guys now, but I might have to make a follow-up video, and that might come next week. It might come in a couple weeks, because there's still a ton of nice stuff in here. And if you guys know your Pokemon, I mean, you know just by looking at this quick glance that there's a lot of nice stuff remaining. Like, look at that, Gyarados Hollow, there's a Darkrai level X. I mean, wow. Yeah, Snorlax EX. So yeah, there's a ton of nice stuff left, and I want to make sure I can get it all separated, get a decent value estimate on the collection. But I think you guys can see why I was super excited to get this for 300 bucks, because even with just our small stack of hollows over here, just these $10 more cards right here, it's probably more than a double up. So that's incredible. Not to mention the marbles, all these other hollows, everything else I've yet to go through. I mean, it's work, but it is fun, it's nostalgic, and I love it. So yeah, beautiful stuff. So that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for coming along for the ride. I mean, crazy stuff. Let me know what you think about this collection. Let me know if you've ever seen anything like it. And let me know what your favorite card was if you're into Pokemon cards. Because there's a lot of beautiful ones here. Tried to show them pretty well, at least the nicest ones. But I've got a lot more cards to go through, as you guys can see, so be looking for the follow-up video. Again, one of the craziest finds that I've ever found. Like, it was 14 months from when I went to that garage sale, when she texted me out of the blue and said you can buy them. I was so excited, and I think you guys can see why after seeing some of these cards in this collection. One of a kind, absolutely incredible stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If this was your first time to the channel, I mainly do reselling of video games, collectibles. I also collect video games, love Pokemon cards, have a little bit of a collection myself, and collect them as a kid. So this was a unique score, and I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Hit that subscribe button. New videos every Friday and Monday at 9:30 a.m. And I will be doing a follow-up video on the rest of this collection at some point, so be looking for that. But in the meantime, I really appreciate you guys watching this one. Hit that like button, it really helps, and we'll see you next time. Also, don't forget to check out my boy, Phoenix Resale.